First things first, it's day 20 of the accountability series. I don't even know if I can call it that anymore since I've been sort of derailed for the time being. But daily labors is a good name for it. Yeah, it's Wednesday right now. Last Friday, as I was taking a cold shower, I was drying my hair off. I fucking cranked my neck, and like this knot that I've had in my back for like 8 years sort of just gave out. It's been a long time coming, honestly. Like it's been dormant sometimes, but like other times it's like active like fucking Pompeii, in October of 79. But yeah, so I've been derailed with like the fitness stuff, and I've stopped making the shorts as well, just because like they're draining as hell. And you'd think that they're not, because they're such like short videos, but I don't know. I'd be on my like morning walks, and I'd find myself just like thinking way too much about like figuring out where I can post the camera up so I can like videotape myself walking, which completely just like defeats the purpose of the walk, because like when I'm walking, when I'm like exercising, when I'm reading, like I record myself reading too. Like I sort of just want to, it definitely takes away from the presence of the entire moment, at least with like the walks and the reading. Like I could probably, like with some the other things, it's fine. But yeah, so I've been derailed a bit, and that's okay though, because this isn't necessarily like a challenge like 75 hard where I have to do everything every single day. Or else I have to like restart. This whole thing is more about just like a lifestyle change. That's why the main name of it is just called Daily Labors. But like also, I'm trying not to get into that mindset of like, missing one day won't hurt, because like, once you've gotten into that mindset, like everything sort of just goes in the gutter, like one day turns into two, into three, into four. And then, you get to the point where like you're skipping weeks, months at a time. So like also I'll try and stay away from that mindset, but I do think overall it's more of a mindset change, or a lifestyle change rather than like a hard set challenge that I need to abide by. But yeah, I thought I'd give a bit of backstory, just a bit more like insights to why I'm doing all this. For starters, I'm 22, and I'm currently at home because I was going into my final year of college at my school in Vermont, and I had two like very shitty semesters academically. So essentially, they just like gave me the boot, and they were just like, "Listen, get your grades up, or like you can't be here," So they had to like send me away for a semester, and that semester was this fall. So I spent this semester taking classes at a school nearby, and thankfully I got those grades up. So as long as I get my transcripts in order and send it over to my original school, then I should be good. But the academic troubles that came from my original school in Vermont were from me taking computer science. I sort of like, I had never taken computer science, like any sort of like computer science classes before. And I was never really very good at just STEM classes in general, math included, But like when I got to college, I'm like, all right, dude, like full steam ahead, computer science, like let's get that bag after we're done with school, like it was really more just about like the prestige of the entire thing, like whenever I would tell somebody like, oh yeah, I'm doing computer science as a major, they'd be like, holy shit, dude, like that's fucking insane, like dude, you must be fucking gutted, I'm like, yeah, dude, I got so much work, but like, hey, I'll have a nice paying job after school, and I really love the problem solving aspect of the whole thing, which was like sort of true, sort of not, but that sort of gave way, and put me in the position that I'm in now. But over the summer, through talking to some of my deans at school and some of the heads of the other departments, I decided to switcheroo and change course from computer science to Chinese, because I'd been taking Chinese since high school, and Chinese was my minor. So it's nice to have like that computer science underneath my belt, but it definitely wasn't something that I loved. So it also feels good to sort of steer clear of that now, or not steer clear, but shift courses a bit. So that's a reason why Chinese is one of my daily labors, 20 minutes of Chinese. But listen, like this summer, I don't know, I really had I had a lot of time to just like think about where I wanted to go, and like the type of person I wanted to be. Like I sort of mentioned in the other video, I wrote a ton of shit down in this notebook, about like some things I want to accomplish. Like I actually might just read some of them now, just because like, yeah, vision board. This was in July. Number one, it says small business owner. So like 10 employees maybe, with like a business partner. What that business would be, I have no fucking clue, to be honest. Like, honestly, I think the only reason I want to even have this idea of starting a business is because of all this entrepreneur content I watch on YouTube. It's just like, it's a lot sometimes. But it's definitely, I don't know. It's a way to sort of get free from the rat race, I think. So it's an admirable goal, I think, and it'll stay up there. Second was linguist. So Mandarin fluency, I've been taking that for a while now. Arabic, I took Arabic in high school, so I want to, at some point, get back into that. Maybe Russian, maybe Spanish, just be an overall, just like linguist, I want to know languages, languages are sort of just, I don't know, they're avenues into so many different aspects of life, travel, like business, just like work in general. I don't know. But next up was firefighter. Yeah, at some point I want to be a firefighter. Could be like wildland, could be like actual firefighter, could be, wildland or like volunteer at some point. But like I know at some point that I need to be a firefighter. I sort of like declared that to myself. It could be for like even like a little bit of time. And I think it's definitely stemming from the fact that I have two uncles who are firefighters. And they always talk so highly of the job, so I definitely want to try that out, just because it's like, it's a physical job, you're just like with the fellas, just like fighting fire, saving lives, it seems like a good gig. But next up, wilderness. So like frequent hikes, going for canoe trips and kayaks. I used to go to this camp when I was a kid. And then I worked there for a few years as well. And it's just like a canoeing, kayaking, hiking camp. So I want to sort of learn a bit more like survivalist skills and like makeshift shelters, fires in the rain, take trips with my family and friends, and fishing, hunting, all that shit. And then fitness. At some point I want to do marathons. I was like ultra marathon running. But right now I'm trying to prioritize just like functional strength, which is like, it doesn't really make sense since I'm sort of fucked up in my back right now. How functional is that? But yeah, I also want a black belt in BJJ. Dude, I might cut this entire part out. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. I didn't really plan this out, but yeah. I was about to restart this whole thing, to be honest. But then I was like, fucking, where's the authenticity in that, Naj? Yeah, where was I? Yeah, BJJ black belt. Just because, like, but also, so this is the self-defense section. So, like, BJJ black belt, I want to be proficient in another striking combat sport. So, like, boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, one of those, or all three of them. And I want to own maybe, like, a couple of guns and, like, be good with them. I'm really, like, I'm not even slightly a gun fanatic, Like, I've shot, like, some rifles in my life, but that's it. But I do think just, like, having one could be good for safety in your life, I guess. And just, like, being good with one. Wow, how profound was that? These don't really matter. I'm gonna build a sauna at some point, like, for my house. I think that'd be sick. Because I went to this guy's house one time, and he just had a sauna in his fucking backyard, and he built it himself. He built that shit himself. But also they're, like, great for your health and, like, physical and mental health. Yeah, build a sauna at some point. Deck out a car for overlanding, which is just, like, basically cross-country travel. But, like, you can also go to more far out lands, so, like, more remote places, just because your car is, like, geared for that. Wildlife conservation, general philanthropy, and then miscellaneous skills. I want to learn how to cook, which is why, like, the random skills thing is on my daily labors as well. Not just fucking scrambled eggs in the morning, Like, I want to learn how to, like at least 5 meals, I said in here. Wait, what? I said know a standard set of meals to cook. So that's not 5, but just some, some. Get good with car troubles. My dad's really good with, like, fixing flats and, like, engines and stuff. And, like, so I've been learning from him throughout my life, but not as much as I should have been, I could have been paying attention a bit more. Public speaking. I said become a public speaking stud. Exceptional storyteller, real and fictional. All around fantastic comms, spoken and written forms. So that's another reason why, like, I want to start this channel, I guess, just to sort of cultivate my ability to like tell stories and to talk about my life and just sort of gather my own thoughts, without tripping up on my words, which I've done plenty of times in this video already. That's why I fucking just cut the tape before. Excuse my language. Learn the basics of piano, music theory, master a handful of my favorite songs. And then the next one's faith, study the Bible in depth, pray every morning. Yeah, just all this shit. But yeah, and then later on down the line, I wrote this section, which is detailing my 22 to 25 years. The ages, so I'm 22 now. So, like, up until I'm 25, I've sort of coined that autodidact season, which is just, learn, right? Find the right books and tear them the fuck up, I said. Develop within myself an insatiable urge to learn anything and everything that will improve me all around, increase my earning ability and value. So that means, like, human nature, communication, sales, economics, finance, what else did I write? Real estate, investing, money, but then also, like, shit that's, like, not so, like, semantic, so, like, I see all this as semantic, to be honest. Like, negotiation, medicine, history, remarkable people, so, like, biographies and stuff, biology, international politics theory, game theory, psychology, But like, there definitely needs to be a mix of fiction in there, like inspirational fiction. That's why I'm rereading The Alchemist right now. Incredible book. But yeah, I'm rambling right now. Holy shit. But I think that's fine. I think that's okay. I think I sort of just need a whole lifestyle and mindset shift. And I'm not trying to like pretend like I don't want to make it seem like my life is shit right now, because it's really not, you know. Like, I got a roof over my head, you know. I'm living at home right now, you know. My parents are still together. Like, my mom cooks food every night, you know. Warm food, warm bag every night, you know. That's the Sam Brakely promise. That doesn't make any sense, but to whoever's watching, but it's just something my trip leader would say sometimes. Whenever we were out in the wilderness, warm food, warm bag, you know, warm food in the stomach, warm sleeping bag. Sam Brakely promised. No, but yeah, I don't want to make it seem like my life is just shit right now, because it's not, you know. It's just that, like, I just like have so much like given to me right now, you know, and I don't think I'm really utilizing it, you know, to the best of my ability. So I'm hoping to sort of turn that around with this channel, with this series, whatever, and just like see how far I can take it, you know. Like, in my bio it says trying to discover the beauty of compound, or trying to discover of compounding interest, something like that, you know. And like, what that boils down to is just, if you just do the right things every day, if I do the right things every day, I want to see how far I can go, you know, like how much I can change, you know. And again, that's another reason why I like this whole setup that I've got, because, you know, through these videos I can see how much I've changed over the coming weeks, months, years, etc. But yeah, I'm just trying to see if compound interest is applicable to more than just investing, you know. Yeah, these past couple of days, as I said, I've been a bit derailed, so I'll try and get back on the train there. But yeah, it's a bit of backstory. It's a bit of definitely all over the place there. Yeah, probably didn't make sense at most of the parts, but that's what this is for, you know. Trying to get out of my comfort zone and do better with gathering my thoughts and making them come across in comprehensible ways. I don't know. In ways that make sense. What are you gonna do? Yeah. But yeah, I think I've gone on long enough. I think I've embarrassed myself long enough, so I'll end it there. But let's see how far we can take this thing, huh? Cheers. There's no tea in here. I don't know why I picked that up. And for the sake of transparency, this is these are the daily labors as of late. The 16th is when was it the 16th? Fucking hell. No, it must have been the 15th. Yeah, it was the 15th. It was the 15th when I fucked up my scapula, my back. So you can see how it's just been sort of bonkers since then. A bit wonky, you know. Can wexla. But yeah, we getting back to it. All right, one last thing. I'm fucking fired up, dude. Let's go.